Ask a lot of people, have you been to the Middle East? And they'll say, oh yeah, Dubai. Been shopping there, been on holiday there. It's brash, it's flashy, it's successful, but there's a lot going on beneath the surface in Dubai that we don't necessarily see. It's often described as being oil-rich. It isn't. Less than 5% of its GDP comes from oil. It's got a bit of gas, but it essentially has made its success through diversifying into property, real estate, aviation, trade, banking, finance. There are still people alive today who can remember the old Dubai, pre-boom Dubai, when it was low-rise, where it was really just a port on the Gulf. Today, it's absolutely brimming with skyscrapers, nearly 200 of them. People often say it is the city of cranes. It's home to the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa, at 830 meters. And this transformation happened really in the space of one generation, largely thanks to the ambition of the previous ruler, Sheikh Rashid Al Maktoum, who developed Dubai from being just a transit stop into a destination. His son, Sheikh Mohammed, the current ruler, then accelerated that development. One of the problems that sometimes happens in Dubai is that people get lured into perhaps a false sense of relaxation. You've got beaches, bars, nightclubs, alcohol is freely available there, and yet the actual rule of law of the place is quite strict and conservative. There is no freedom of expression at all there. You voice anything against the government, you put out a tweet that they don't like, and you're in real trouble. There are many, many cases of Westerners taking a wrong turn, getting arrested, and finding themselves in trouble. Like they'll drink a glass of wine publicly on the street, or they'll embrace and kiss a member of the opposite sex. In 2018, there was a British PhD student who was doing a doctorate on security in the UAE. He was arrested and accused of spying. He was eventually released, but not until after 5 months in solitary confinement. There is a paradox between the public face of Dubai, which is incredibly welcoming, very relaxed, and a lot of alleged human rights abuses. One of the most contentious issues about not just Dubai, but all the Gulf Arab states is the cheap manual labor that is hired in thousands. And these people tend to be coming from the South Asian continent. Often they are cheated out of their wages, out of the full amount of wages. They're held in terrible conditions in many cases. There's been a lot of documentation about this. So legally, the federal UAE laws are very strict on this, but in practice, these laws are often flouted. Dubai is, there's no question about it, a massive player on the global stage in terms of human development and of innovation, of green biotech, of electronics, of travel, of aviation. So it's a force to be reckoned with. It sometimes overreaches itself, and there will be large areas of real estate that are only half built and get abandoned. But it takes risks, and so far I think most people would say it's probably paid off.